Good afternoon. We are at the Valeda property. We're going to be completing a repairability test. We'll be on the back slope, which is west. We have this damaged shingle here that we'll do the repair test on, and we'll see how it affects all of those surrounding shingles. I'll give you an overview of all of those surrounding shingles before we get started, showing you the current condition. For my tools, I'll be using a hammer, putty knife, and roof snake. And then we have this 45-degree angle tool that we'll use to give us a reference point for what 45 degrees looks like. We'll slide it underneath that damaged tab. This will give us some representation for what 45 degrees looks like. And throughout the repairability test, I'll do my best to not lift those shingles any higher than 45 degrees. Alright, we'll get started. We'll start by getting all of those surrounding shingles unsealed. We'll use the putty knife to unseal the top shingles. Then we'll use the roof snake to unseal the rest of the shingles. See if there's any differences in those tools. Alright, we have all of those unsealed. Now we'll start removing these nails. A little bit of a tough time getting that nail out. Looks like the head of the nail is just kind of falling apart. Well, fell off for the most part. Some nails are in here real good, causing some damages from that. We can see having to remove those nails and difficulty doing that. You can see where this shingle just tore right there when we were trying to remove that nail. got all those nails out, got that damaged shingle out. Slide this new shingle in, get it all lined up nicely. And we'll start getting some nails back in there. We'll be using the roof snake for that. All right, we're all complete with the repairability test. I'll give you another overview of all of those surrounding shingles. We'll take a closer look at these tabs right above. You can see some stress fractures to these tabs here, just from lifting those throughout the repair test. We can see where that fiberglass matting on the shingle was broken. What those stress fractures are is the matting on the shingle is tearing in those areas, just from the shingle being worn due to the age and weathering. So when they're more worn, it's a lot easier to tear that matting on the shingle there, and that'll be damaging the integrity of the shingle. We can feel where it's much weaker in that area with the stress fracture. So that's going to not allow that shingle to do what it's designed to do as best as it should. It's going to be worsening the water shedding capabilities, as that matting is the main component for that. Give you a side view real quick and lift this up. We'll take a look underneath, see if we're seeing any mat transfer. All right, so we have all of those stress fractures that were damaging those surrounding shingles. We have that tear in the shingle right here when we were trying to remove that nail. So we can see damages to that as well. And same thing was happening on the damaged shingle that we pulled as well. We can see where when we're removing that nail here, the shingle tore. We got this one on the edge as well that tore straight through there. So any repair that's that'll be done to this roof, looks like that'll be happening during the repair. Those shingles will be tearing when trying to remove those nails. So we have those stress fractures, the tears when removing the nails, causing damage, and we have an additional 4 damaged shingles just from repairing this one wind damaged shingle. We have shingle 5, 1 tab on shingle 6 and 8, and then shingle 7 all damaged. So I do not believe repairs are feasible to this roof. As we can see, the condition that all of the surrounding shingles will be left in, and the wind damage on this roof is very widespread, all over the back slope and the front slope there. You can see more on this back slope. Yeah, we got wind damage all over, very widespread. So if repairs were done to this roof, you can see what the results are going to be. This insured will have potential water intrusion all over their roof, anywhere there are going to be repairs done. And I do not believe that that would be indemnification, leaving them with up to 4 additionally damaged shingles, damaged, and more damaged shingles than they had pre-loss. So I'll go ahead and chalk up all of those damages that occurred during the repairability test and get some better pictures of those. Thank you for your time.